Welcome, Virgo, to your mid-month love reading for July to August. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you'd like to have more of a general overview, I do monthly readings as well. So if you're not interested in love or romance or relationships, I'll leave a link in this video so you can check out your monthly reading if you're interested as well. But for those of you that are interested in love and relationships, your overall energy of the month is the moon. Now, the moon is quite a mysterious, watery, emotional energy. And the moon is very intuitive and psychic and spiritual energy as well. So I feel like for a lot of you, your psychic awareness is very heightened over the next 4 to 6 weeks. And it really asks you to open up your imagination. Listen to your dreams. There could be some messages coming through here for you. Now, this card represents a Pisces. I often read this intuitively as a Cancer as well, only because the moon rules Cancer. But the ruling one of the ruling planets of Cancer is celestial bodies. The moon's not really a planet, is it? But I do feel like this is connected with Cancer for a lot of you. So some of you could have this significant Pisces or Cancer in your life. But I feel like this card is saying that, listen to your intuition if you've had any issues regarding your relationship, if there has been any blockages to overcome. Allow your intuition to help you through this. New approaches can also be suggested by this card. So listen out for ideas that come from nowhere. They might feel a little bit vague or unfocused, but don't worry too much about that. You're drawing the unconscious is sort of being drawn to you, and you're only going to benefit if you just relax and let your intuition come through. I'm feeling like this is some answers here that you may be needing regarding a relationship as well. Now, this card is, as I said, it's very psychic, and I feel for a lot of you, you may be quite psychically connected with someone. It could be this Pisces that you are maybe connected psychically with. It's like you almost have shared visions of the future and spiritual communion or spiritual connections here. And it's when you get the moon card, any relationship is very complex on a deeper level. There's like some unconscious undercurrents that are sort of going on here in this relationship. And it's like your attraction to another person. It's kind of dreamy and unformed yet. You don't know why you're attracted to this person. But you just, you don't know why, but you just are. It's that kind of energy, because the moon talks about illusions and things being hidden. And so for some of you, you might be in a relationship that is sort of secret or hidden from other people. And it's quite, but the moon, it's not a negative. I'm not feeling like it's a negative thing. It's almost like this kind of makes it more magical by having this kind of secret union. Um, and it's almost like your relationship has got its own reality. Um, and sometimes these kind of relationships don't last forever, but you know, they don't last that through the day-to-day of living and the reality of life and kids and work and providing a home. They're in that mystical realm. So a lot of these kind of relationships don't last, but they're special anyway, and the memory of them is always enduring in your life, and they affect you quite deeply. But I feel that the moon here is just, it's quite a feminine energy as well. So this is regardless of whether you're a man or a woman here. They're very fertile. It's a very fertile energy here, and very creative, as I said. Now, with this moon card, so many of you may be feeling like you've got all of this love to give, and because you may not be in a relationship, it's almost like you need to heal the world kind of energy. But you need to, this need to nurture others really is a need. It's coming from a place where you actually need to nurture yourself, Virgo. You need to focus on that. And when you do that, you are going to allow, when you nurture yourself, it allows other people then to come into your life and give you that nurturing as well. There's just some deep emotions going on when the moon shows up. Now, you've got the Rebuild card there. Now, this is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck. And the Rebuild card would traditionally be... Now, it's interesting. You've got all major arcana here. So I feel like this is quite a significant 4 weeks for you, Virgo. And you've got the Rebuild card. Now, this is in the position of the past. So this would normally be the Tower card. So I feel like something in your love life or your relationships, something has collapsed, or something's been exposed. There's revelations here when the Rebuild card shows up. It's like a relationship, maybe relationships are very complex, as we all know, and they've got a lot of layers. There's joy, there's sorrow, there's honesty, and duplicity. There's people keeping secrets from each other and hiding things. But and when all of this stuff builds up and on layer on layer on layer, it becomes very difficult to know what the relationship is based on. And this can create a feeling of like what was once love just kind of turns into tolerance, or perhaps even something worse. And even a good relationship, you find yourself growing apart from that person, and the weight of all of that kind of emotion and energy can actually cause the relationship to collapse. So I feel like in the past, Virgo, this has happened. But the thing with the Tower card, what seems negative on the surface always turns out to be far more positive than any of that negative stuff. And so if you have had a breakdown in a relationship, this is a good time to start fresh with a new relationship, or start fresh again with an existing relationship if you feel it is something you want to rebuild and work on. And you can peel off all of those layers, all of that stuff that was built up. You can cut away all the BS, and then you can find out what's actually going to be revealed here, and you can begin to actually rebuild a relationship and get rid of all of that old stuff and consciously create a new commitment with someone or that person that you were in a relationship that broke down. But if you are in this new relationship and you are wanting to maybe discard any of that negative stuff and start afresh with someone new, you're going to have to, as I said, sort of make new commitments. Find out what sort of use what the experience that you've gained from past relationships to steer your new relationship in the direction, in a clear direction where you want to go, in a steady course where you want it to go, and change things right at the beginning that weren't suiting you in the past. Now, you've got the Observe card here as well, and this is kind of where you're at now, and this is traditionally the Hangman. And the Hangman is that card of slow progress, or things perhaps not moving as quickly as you had hoped. But what the Hangman allows you to do is to actually stand back and view things from a different perspective, and really release your need to direct a relationship or control a relationship. Virgos do like to be in control here, but I feel like the Observe card is asking you to surrender that kind of need. Have patience here. And, I know we all hate that word. We all hate being told to be patient. But this is an energy that I'm feeling. You need to be patient to either allow the relationship that you were in that is needing to be rebuilt, to allow that to transform in a natural way, or observe the beginning of a new relationship. Or if you're not in a relationship, observe life and see how, observe your life in particular. And really, it's like allow the cycle, because this is a card of cycles as well. So allow the new cycle to come through for you. And take a fresh approach as well when you're entering into new relationships, or even if you want to find a new relationship. Take a fresh approach. Do things differently to the way that you have been doing in the past, because that is going to bring you what you seek. Now, the final card here, such a beautiful card. This is the card of nurture, and this is traditionally the Empress card, and this is a card of nourishment and blossoming and abundance and creativity. It's a card of being cherished as well, and it's like when this card sort of comes into a reading, it's talking about nourishing all relationships, and most importantly, Virgo, the relationship that you have with yourself. Find ways to, shed some love and some care, bring love and care into your life and attention, and when you nurture your soul by giving to yourself, this is really going to allow you to be who you are. And when you love yourself, that is then able to that love is then able to spread, and you attract that same thing. I feel like I'm saying this for a few signs. It's like you are by being positive for some signs, they are attracting that positive energy. Here, Virgo, by loving yourself, this is kind of allowing you to raise your vibrations and send a signal of love into the universe. And if you want, if you desire it to be that way, that is almost like a beacon, and it's going to bring a new and loving relationship to you in a manner a relationship that you want. You know, allow that Tower card, that Tower moment that you had, to fall and break away and begin to rebuild. Take your time, observe what's going on in your life, your feelings, your thoughts, your intuition, and then nurture the rebuild of yourself, of your relationship, if it is an existing one, or of any new relationship. Put love and nurture that as well. So I hope I didn't ramble on too much. I hope that resonated. As I said, I will leave a link for your general reading here as well, for your monthly reading. So check that out if you're interested. So have a great month, Virgo, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.